All right, so the level is just under 2.9 and it's on the higher end of mid tide, which means that there's a little more water. We'll show you what that looks like here on the Virginia side. Okay, there's plenty of water in Z, but I have chosen here to take the sneak line, and it's really no problem to get around that pinning rock, but once you do, you really need to go left super hard to avoid these rocks that I get beached on. When I get beached on them, I also notice there's the potential for a strainer with this stick that's down there. And it's like pretty small, no big deal, but I let my buddy Mark know that I'm going to try and get my bow over that stick and just go past it. Ultimately, it works out fine with a little maneuvering, but just FYI, if you're going to try that sneak line, hard left after the rock and you will be fine. Also, that pour over is a little bit retentive at higher levels. I mean, it's like pretty sticky. So if you do the sneak move and you go around, don't go straight into the pour over. It'll probably grab you for a sec.
Okay, good.
Doing more manky picking my way down here in the bone zone. I've mentioned this in past videos, but I've started to enjoy this as a little problem-solving puzzle. Occasionally you'll get beached here, but hey, it's low water summer and we like big arms, so we're doing our gorilla arms when we get beached. And, the rapid that's far river right along the Virginia side of the Potomac is fun, but it's kind of equal to me in terms of running that rapid or making my way down through all these rocks and looking for where there's enough water to scoot through, catching eddies, all that good stuff.
You good, Mark? Yeah. All right.
okay. I'm getting more reliable in terms of being able to get my bow up in the air doing these stern squirts, but I have this problem now where I get it up in the air and then fall back on my head, and so I'm working on how to stall that and kind of keep my bow in the air, which might be tricky given there's not a lot of stern in this boat, but who knows, I'll keep trying. And when there's more water, stronger eddy lines, I'll bring my dagger rewind out, which is over 9 feet long and much more challenging to get that stern in the water. But I realized that my seat in that boat is all the way at the front, so I got to bring it back a little bit, I think, to make loading that stern easier. We'll cover that in a future video.
All right, Adam. Get it, Adam. Let's go.
If you want to stay in this spicy Cheeto surf longer, try and stay further left. If you go too far right, it just kicks you out like it always kicks me out. This is me over-indexing on staying left. I try to force it, lose my edge, and flip. What you're seeing here is just exercise conditioning. I mean, finding a little fast channel like this where we have midway waves, a great opportunity to ferry back and forth until you're tired. I think a lot of us end up doing all kinds of chill paddling and then committing to a 10 or 12 mile paddle. And when we're tired is when we tend to make important mistakes, either in terms of our roll or our judgment or river running. So I think conditioning is an important thing for kayaking if you're going to step up to runs that require maybe a little more endurance, that kind of thing. The tide level definitely impacts Slingshot. When there's higher tide, it's less of a boof and a drop and more of a powerful boof stroke into an aggressive eddy turn. So at this point, I'm cursed by my Apple Watch. I see a work email come through that I'd love to respond to from my laptop, and so it's time to book it. And so what I do is run what I'm calling the 3-hole punch line, which is basically you punch welcome, punch the rooster tail or guard wave or whatever, and then punch Darkside Hole. It's get the maximum meat out of the run and also bomb it. So that's what I end up doing. I'm like, hey, y'all, I got to run. I'll send a message on the WhatsApp when I get to the bottom that I'm good. And I actually, they ended up coming down after me so I could wave before I headed out. But good line. It was fun. Okay, so watching this, you can see me come up to welcome wave. What I want to do is get my bow angle right because I'm going on the Virginia side, so when it surfaces, it's pointing where I want to go. Take a few strokes. I'm looking at that rooster tail. I want to punch straight through that because it could have a tendency to flip me. Boom, right through it. Want to keep my bow angle right, but not too far right to hit meat cleaver rocks. And then I realize I'm going further straight than I want to. So you can see me point my bow right, making my way through this guard wave. Oh gosh, I'm falling into the hole, but get my boat angle right into a side surf, brace with my right, and then you can see it literally just deposits me nicely in that eddy. And with a playboat, I think that's a pretty clean way to run it. Don't have to contend with much other than what's there. So the level's low. It's just under 2.9, 2.86 or something, and there's enough water to kind of scrape up to the easy takeout rather than climbing that big thing up to the observation deck. And boy, I'm sure you all are too, but I am constantly struck by how beautiful it is when I'm paddling the canal back, even if it smells bad and if I'm hot and tired.